morning, man. Sun's about to come up here pretty quick, and we're off on the Trapline. Welcome to Chiroskey Outdoors, guys, for another good trap check today. And we got a bunch more boxes here we're gonna try set out today. Big goals today, man. I'm trying to complete my little loop there and get to that next drainage and come back on the main trail there in the north. So it's gonna be a pretty busy one, I think. Nice day for it, man. It's starting to cool off a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Gonna be about 10 degrees by tonight. I think it's dropping a little lower than 20 right now, but we got some east wind, little breeze right now. It's not bad at all though. Heck yeah, man, excited to get out there. There be a moose right there. Dang, must be a cow. Never see buttons where the antlers were if it shed them. Nice looking one though. Just about to North River here. We went through a few traps already and they're all empty, not a whole lot of side. Finally saw wolf tracks though. There was like a big wolf went over the top of one of the first hills there just before the traps and was traveling around. I checked the snares, they were pretty empty. A couple were knocked out. A moose actually went through there and just bumped one of the snares, got lucky there. I got breakaways on all those snares though, so a moose should be able to break out of a snare pretty good. Yeah, man, good day to be out. I think my brother Schuyler, he's probably going out too today, I think. He's finally starting his trapping season up at by Chiroskey, actually. Yeah, there's one 330 set there. Looks like it's been pretty dead. Never seen Wolverine checks in quite a while. Not sure why. I was seeing a lot more last year compared to this year, so hopefully we'll see something today. So far, no dice on any of the sets, and we have that one section of trail that branches off further up this river here, and I'm gonna skip that today because I really want to focus on getting this loop busted out, and it's gonna take a little time doing that, little down and back, but thinking I'm gonna pull those probably next trip or next weekend probably, because it's been probably a month since any of those sets actually caught a mart, so they've been really picky that side. I know they could probably turn a switch, and when they get hungry, man, they'll probably start going for them, but I'd rather have these sets further on this sideline where I want to extend it up north, and I think it's going to be a good trail that way. Let's see what we got up here. Going up the creek now, heading north. Yeah, gang, we're making pretty good time today. No martin yet, though, man. It's been slow. We're definitely starting to cool down a little bit. Seeing a lot of frost everywhere. So these martin are probably heading in these hills. Oh, yep, right there. Big boy. First trap up this hill. There we go. Got some fur today now. Oh, that's a big one. Heck yeah. Very nice martin, guys. Big dark one. That frost looked pretty cool, huh? Dang. This one's caught in a bridger. Same bridger that caught me. Oh no, that last one is. Yeah, these bridgers, like I said that last last check out here. They got a pretty steep dog, kind of part of the trigger mechanism here. Those grooves are pretty deep, and I was thinking about grinding down a little bit, or even taking a little bit just off the edges by the groove, because I always use that outside one. Make them a little more touchy, you know, and get some better catches that way. All right, yeah, we'll make sure we bag this one up this time. First thing I'll do, because that last one I just lifted it on top when I was going up the hill, and I found them coming back over here. But today we are not coming back this way. Hopefully, if all goes well, we're gonna make that loop. Determined today. Still got a lot of the day ahead of us, so gotta get busy. Yeah, man. 2 for 2 on the hill today. Nice looking one again. Pretty cool. Got some twinkle toes on his front paws. Couple of them. Very nice marten. Cooling off a little bit, so maybe these martens are starting to make their way up into the higher country here and in these creeks, so maybe it's a good thing we never went down on the river again. Awesome, man. The sun's speaking out now, and just absolutely beautiful. Some beautiful country right here, man. I actually saw some muskox over on this other ridge. Looked like a little herd. I could only see them from far away, but this be our creek, and man, it's been treating us real good so far. Let's see if it keeps it up, and we're gonna have to check this one frequently because lots of bait stealers. I think 5 out of my 8 sets in here were empty as far as bait. Yeah, but yeah, I think next year or maybe even later this season, I'm gonna try drop down in further over there. It's more of a straight shot from town, and I'll be able to run a couple more miles of this creek up, and yep, goes all the way down, and around that corner a few more miles is another river. And from there, I want to go east, go ahead and drop in and see what we got down here and make our way. All right, we're dropped down in the creek now and still yielding some good results. First trap again. Like we might get our first female today, maybe. Oh, it could be a male actually. Dang, there's some nice ones. Got a little bit of gray on his tail there. Pretty cool. Oh yeah. Very good trapping country over here for martens. Have yet to see some other sign of some different fur here. Never seen Wolverine tracks yet, but we only been down in here twice so far since it snowed. Yeah. Dang. Big marten. You got pretty deep in there too. Look like that bait tray is, yeah, went pretty deep or something. Maybe got to put my bait tray a little bit higher. Surprised another one never come grab the bait. Yoy. Number 4 today. We just passed one empty trap. Yeah. Pretty good. We'll keep on moving. Oh, there be our last trap here to check today. Slow down a little bit, but that's all right. We don't have a whole lot of sets in right now, and we're gonna get the rest of this creek filled in here. Yeah, Deca. Bait's still in there. Yeah, those marten were going crazy on this trap. That last check, they stole the bait and didn't even set off the trap, which was pretty crazy. They'll be back for more, I'm sure. I'm thinking I'll probably put my game cam up right here on this little dead tree here. Should be pretty sturdy enough. Maybe I'll wrap my strap around all of these. That way it's a little more sturdy if it blows. But yeah, doing good. We're going to be going into setting and trail mode here. I'm going to try to remember most of the trail here because I don't have the track. I've been thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure I could get it out where I had it last year. So set up my game cam right here, and then I'll start setting up some bait in the boxes on this creek. You chop some bait too. Alrighty, we're set to set. Got all my boxes loaded up with bait. Got nice little bait chopping area here. Some nice hard ice. Got a chopped off beaver carcass and grouse carcass. Got a bunch of leftovers I got in there in case I need to rebait some more next trip. And like, yeah, should be pretty speedy. I just got my bungee right here in the front, kind of holding them from scooting forward, and be nice and quick. Just unhook the bungee and get the next trap, set it, and we'll be good. Got to be careful on these creeks. So this part has always been real solid, but there's some shelf ice in some places I'm gonna have to look out for. I remember that one that Son Boy fell through last year when it wasn't even that bad of a shelf ice year, but yeah, there's a way I could go around. I should be able to remember that one pretty easy. All right, got our first little set right here. This one still has the ribbon on it, so that's good. Most of them don't. They must get a little brittle in the sun, and wind just blows them off. So now last year I had my screw gun taking down the traps, and the last maybe about 12 or so up there I wasn't able to take down because I ran out of battery, and I didn't get to make it back out to get them. So hopefully most of them are still in good condition. I know them bears like to mess with them in the summertime, and they'll get a little bit demolished there. Some good skunky one on this one. First one done. Be a lot slow going now, trying to make trail and getting sets in, but we got all day. Holy smokes. Finally found another set location right on this leaning tree. That one was another good one. It's about where that Wolverine was starting to try and follow the trail here. So I might put that box right under this big dead tree here. Probably a good spot for it. Yep, I imagine I probably skipped at least one of the set locations because it's been a while. But man, I got a little lucky there. We broke through on this shelf ice on this creek right here, and yeah, it's a little sketchy right there. Look like it's pretty shallow though. Yeah, this is one of the sketchier parts of the creek. When we were coming through, I'm gonna have to probably go up here and make another trail on the right side. Yeah, either that or maybe try to come more this way. But I'm pretty sure I got a side hill a little bit right here and find a little bit safer spot. Yijigi. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 sets in right here. I'll show them to you guys when we're all buttoned up with them. And we got our martin box on the same tree it was last year with some bandit sweetmeat lure. Then we got our Wolverine set right here, 330 box. Hid this one a little bit. We got a piece of moose backbone in there with the Duke 330, the newer ones. They're pretty much a copycat Belial. Yep, I tied it off to this tree. That one's pretty girthy. Just enough to reach my cable right there. A little bit easier taking that fastener off there. Man, gorgeous. We are almost to the pretty much open until Igavik. Just this little last bit of trees and it gets pretty good. That's where I kind of start weaving into the trees so I can make some better marten sets. And now this part's gonna be a little sketchy too, because I know right here, what looks like the best way is pretty hollow too. I could hear that water underneath kind of gurgling and hear that hollowness in there. I actually broke through a couple times last year here, so usually right above here is a better place, a little more solid. So oh yeah, I got some 160 boxes I brought too in case I run out of sets. These are some 160s I got when I first started switching to conibears. I found these little buckets at Fred Meyer, I think, when I was in town once, and like, oh man, perfect for a 160. So I tried some of those sets, and when that chap springs in the cold, man, those little plastic boxes just rip apart real bad. So I made some good boxes for them. Gonna have to make another batch of marten boxes sometime. I'll have to show you guys how I do it. Those are pretty nice setups. Gotta remember to get some gas going here. Oh yeah, solid right there. Well, this part actually looks pretty decent because it looks solid right there, and you can see where it dropped down already, so we should be good. Oh yeah, just gotta wiggle through these a little bit, and then we're free. Right here. Here we go. This set actually did decent last year too. We'll try Belial in this one. I got a few Belial 120s. They fit a little bit tight tall ways, but they seem to do pretty good. I see Duke's gonna be coming out with their copycat ones of these too, 120s, and the smaller traps. Might have to get a few, but I really like those LDLs. Oh yeah, right yond. Let's try some of that solitary sable on this one. Never tried it in a while. It was a test sample Beta 907 sent me pretty early in the season, and it had some good results with a few of those sets where they're being picky, so should be a good one. Get this set. Look like we got a bear that rubbed itself on this tree. A blonde one or something, huh? Dang. Yeah, that hair must get sun bleached too over the summer. Must have smelled some old lure on there and really rubbed up on there. These screws probably felt good on his back too. This is where I'm gonna have to start using the big boxes. Pretty soon is where I started leaving boxes out. Hopefully a bunch of them survived. Don't have too much left. I know one of my buckets right by the river survived where I cross. One of my cousins, he was moose hunting up there fall time, and he took a picture of, hey, it's your bucket. Oh, heck yeah, man, it's alive still. That'll be a good one for Wolverine right on that river. Because these traps are massive compared to my 120s. They're martin catchers though. They're just not ideal. They're a little oversized. That's not what I want to see right there. First one I left out. Days. I even got the hairs still around it. Really rubbed up on that thing, huh? Crazy. Guess we'll have to put a new box on that one. I don't know if my other pieces are pretty snowed on, so. Dang. There's some big moose around here too, some big bulls. This is that creek. My buddy Jory got one in, and also Shiler actually last year. My brother. He's actually got a YouTube channel. You guys better go check it out. Untamed Unincleat. He got that moose hunting video on there when he was camping out by himself at the pretty much mouth of this creek. Called in that bull, and yeah, pretty good. He should be starting to have some trapping videos out now that he's out trapping, so give him a follow there. I'll put that link in my description to his channel so you guys could check it out. Right on, guys. We've been finding a few good boxes. There was just that first one we left out that was all beat up. There's no more bait trays in there though, so I gotta use some wire to put the bait in there. We is almost to Igavik. Heck yeah, man. Pretty happy. I'm fresh out of LDLs too, so I'm gonna start using these bridgers. Martin sign has been a little bit skimpy on this side compared to further up the creek. It seemed like the further north we're going is a little bit less sign, but this place usually picks up pretty good when it's starting to get warm. Probably next month would be a good time. In early March, these traps will start catching them pretty good. On, guys, we just made it across that creek and we're on the Igavik side now. Man, awesome out here. Gonna have to fix some spots on the trail though, alright? Because I messed some spots up a little bit, but I'll remember to make them a little bit straighter next time. Just gonna make some lunch here. Man, if you guys bring dehydrated food out, this is a good brand right here, Heather's Choice. They come in nice little single serves too, instead of the 2 servings. Sometimes those 2 servings are a little bit too much, and these are about perfect size. Heck yeah. Gonna let this thing cook up and we'll go further along and set more traps while this thing cooks. I think the only thing about it is it takes 20 minutes to sit after you put your boiling water in there. It's quite a while, so. But man, super good. Tastes like real food. Yep, we're doing making some good time actually. We're gonna be able to complete our loop, I think, as long as we get to Chiroskey and get on that side. Gonna be nice. Some more good trapping country up that way though that I want to get to sometime. Darn, was getting my hopes up too good about these boxes I left out. I just ran into a broken one finally. Yep, this one last year I had this box here and got a martin on the tail and it left its tail. Pretty crazy, but yeah, that martin, he was coming up over the box instead of going in, and he actually got that hardware cloth on top. He got it off, peeled it back, and was able to get the bait from there, and he must have curled his tail in and got that traps on his tail, and yep, he left it there and he's still alive somewhere. Maybe if we get a tailless martin around here, we'll know him. Look like it could have been a nice dark one too, black tail. Got 2 more boxes left, so we'll use one here. That was a fun one. One monkey of a creek, man. A little bit of overflow, not a whole lot, but all this snow on top just makes it pretty thick slush. And my sled, when I was climbing out of this little area, it was trying to stick in that water all bad. But we got a rope on there, and I got some momentum and pulled it up out of there. We got a nice box right there. We'll go set that. And then we got one more creek until we get to cross. Alright, we got Egavik right in front of us. The river here. We're gonna cross here after we put in this martin set. This box survived. Oh man, my screen's a little bit wiggly up top. Might have to try to cover it up a little bit or something. But yeah. Oh yeah, we got a tray in there even. Heck yeah. We got some martin tracks right here. 2 even. Or wait. These look pretty big, huh? Oh yeah, they're martin. Must be big daddy martin right there. Cool. I'll get this one set and we'll take a look up here. I should have a bucket hanging on the tree if it's still there. Yep, martin tracks right below it too. Darn it. Gonna have to bring a bucket for this one sometime. Oh yeah, bear hair. That is the culprit. Must have been after fall time, late fall time when that bear came around and did that, because my cousin saw that bucket hanging there when he was driving by. Woo! Alright, we'll get that set and drop on the river here. Got this one all set, ready to rip. So we'll get this big martin here. Let's go take a ride on the river, huh? Just a little ways, and then we'll be in some wide open country heading home. And some good trail after a bit. Alright. Looking good. Nice, we'll put it in high in case I gotta cruise. Oh yeah. Open right there. A little bit of overflow underneath. I have to cruise right here. Woo. A little bit of water right there. Okay, now we're gonna have to go back and get by those stumps there where that sandbar is. All right. That wasn't half bad, guys. A little bit of overflow underneath that snow. There was some thin spots on the edges, but the middle was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, this is where me and another trapper usually cross paths, but he's out doing school right now. You can see he's got one of them newspaper boxes. No trap in it though. Ooh, look like he might have came out during Christmas or sometime. Old trail right here. Go check it out. What a day. Probably a few more miles towards the end of that one hill. We'll run into the trail and we'll be right along the coast going home. Craziness. Glad we got this trail busted out though. Pretty happy. Most of our boxes we left out were untouched. A few of them, they were broken, but it's alright. We'll get some new ones out here pretty soon. Probably skipped a few sets, but my goal was to get on this side and make it home this way, so pretty good day. We got the one more box here. I put it on the back. We're gonna go set it close, kind of closer to town there. I had a couple boxes hanging in there too. And on one of my first rides out on that trail, I noticed that someone just took them like not too long ago before I went out. See where the tracks were, people stepping right up to the boxes, and everything was gone, traps and all. I think I left traps on them too, so it's a shame. Here's the trail, guys. Smooth sailing now. Looks like people been traveling back and forth. There's a village not too far up that way. Shaktulik. Yeah, man. Nice run. Got traps all throughout the creek, and mostly the traps and the creeks coming this way on that side. I left this country alone. This is where someone else is trapping right now, but I'm gonna try heading more up that river where them hills are way yonder. See if we can get some good sets up there, and maybe not this year, but I want to loop back that way a little more and come back a little further in the next couple of creeks. Yep. I better put my warm hat on now. It's starting to cool off a little bit, and we'll head on that way. Maybe tie down my stuff a little better back here, make it a little more secure for the fast trail. Right behind Blueberry now, going through the little portage here and putting our last set. Try to be a little bit more discreet and put it behind the tree there. I'm sure people will still see it, but not if they're zooming past. Yeah. Probably almost 20 sets we put in today, including that one Wolverine box we got up in that creek. We'll start filling in with more 330s. Haven't been seeing a whole lot of sign though, but we got to start moving around sometime. All right. Have a good check, I think, next time, hopefully. I think next time we'll go up North River there, that one little stretch that we skipped today. We'll pull those sets and bring them towards the end of the creek by Agavik and drop them off there. And then next weekend, hopefully, we'll be able to go up that way a little ways, try to make some trail, and I'll try to get those things set over there. We'll do a lot better over there, I think. Got to pick up some slack from a pretty much slow season, man. We only had a couple good checks, and we're starting to climb up there a little bit. I think we're at, with these 4 Martin, we're at 44 now for the year. Pretty slow. We were probably above 60 about this time last year, but yep, we'll get there, guys. We'll start catching them. Got some buddies, they got some crab pots out right now, and we went to check some last night, and they were all empty, so yep, crab aren't that close right now. Also lots of seals out there, so one of these times we'll have to go out and get a seal. Pretty soon caribou hunting also. Starting to hear where they're moving around and getting a little antsy to go, so when we get some time we'll have to go out and get some caribou meat. Howdy ga, good day. Yep, I guess we'll wrap things up right now and head on home. Thanks guys for coming along this time, and man, what an awesome day. We got lots of work done, and thought it was going to be dark by the time I got to Agavik, but nope. We did some pretty good time today. A few sketchy spots, but all in all, a good day. Yeah, thanks for coming, you guys, and take care. We'll catch you in the next one. Later.